Aloha, Pete Delete here. I'm going to look at the clock, which I don't like to do, but I'll do it for you. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so my day's about almost 12 hours. I'm 12 hours into it. It's lunch o'clock for me. When I'm in my heightened frequency state, which is most of the time now, I can lower it by choice, but if there's building to be done, but I like to keep it higher, and I'll be taking it a lot higher still if you stick with me for, well, next days, weeks, months, show you how high the human body can go. There's the fable of Icarus, the guy that made the wings out of feathers and wax, I think, and flew too close to the sun. I think it's just another fable designed to put fear in us. I realised years and years ago in my what people call bipolar state, in my manic phases, my energy was extreme. I was seeing through dimensions, channeling poetry, channeling art, dreams, visions, synchronicities. Sexual energy is huge. If you want to call it that, it's just creative energy that flows, you know. That I believe was our natural state, and if I'd have told the mental health system what was going on, they would have probably called me psychotic because of the voices I was hearing, and so I didn't tell them. I realised they had no idea what they're dealing with, and so I just didn't. And I saw what had happened to other people that spoke of these things, you know, about you know, young people that were having dreams, visions, seeing imaginary friends as perceived by grown-ups. It's at a higher frequency you see into higher realms, into the spirit realm, and so I just learned to keep quiet. But I also realised that is our natural state. The high frequency state is how we should be living, I believe. When it first happened to me, it was far from stable. The manic phase of bipolar disorder, as they call it, I don't think it's a disorder at all. It's the brain doing what it's supposed to do, what it's designed and engineered to do. When it's racing too fast and out of balance, at some point it will just shut down, like my iPhone. When it gets too hot, it just shuts down and goes into recovery mode, if you like. And when the conditioned program mind shuts down, all that's left is what we're supposed to be operating under, is our heart, and that's fearless. So again, a lot of manic episodes, as they're called, it creates chaos because we're not, in our culture, we're not schooled of the spirit realm, how to exist. And it's not balanced, we're not centered, we're not grounded. And generally the shutdown happens because life is so out of balance, things are out of control. But anyway, I've learned to train my mind, my body, to stay in that high frequency state. And I believe, as I said before, that is how we're meant to be living. Not living in fear, living in love. And I believe, I've left my body, I've seen past lives, I've looked down on my body on the bed, so I know it's not possible for me to be my body. This is often talked about in religions or even in songs, you know, spirit in the material realm. We are a spirit, we have a body, but that's been lost, I think, in our culture. We get so addicted to the body, the pain body, the suffering, the fear, the guilt, anxiety, jealousy. We're here to experience those emotions, I believe, not be them. And for me, I was so attached to those. I was so fearful of letting go of my pain and suffering, because that's all I ever knew. I didn't know life beyond that. So it's terrifying. But once I eventually did let go, and it took me 57 years, my heart opened, my energy poured through, and here I am now. So yeah, I want to keep going through the day, keep creating. I get more done in a day now than I used to get done in a week in my old life. My body's energized. I can feel my cells turn into light. I'm just about to have lunch. Nice healthy lunch. There's a bit of meat in there. Somebody left over from my birthday party. And I'm going to eat meat a little bit. I eat a little bit. But as my frequency rises and my cells get more energized, I can feel toxins in my body. So I eat less and less meat. And also, a lot of religions, vegetarianism is a big part of that. The key to enlightenment is eating vegetarian, but I think it's all asked about face. All we need to do to become enlightened is raise our frequency. And in that state that Buddha reached, that Jesus attained, we just don't want to eat meat. We don't want to put toxins in our body. So instead of being vegetarian to attain enlightenment, and you just naturally become vegetarian and eat less and less. You know, many people fast and the energy increases. You just need less sleep. Your mind's clearer. Yet people stop fasting and go back to their old lives of eating more than we need. So I am eating less and less, getting more and more energy. But I have to balance that because I am a spirit, but I have a body, and to fulfill my purpose on earth, I need that body. So I am learning to look after it more, doing yoga, exercise, swimming, so that I'm able to keep up with the spirit, and my wings don't melt. So I want to have lunch now. Stop yapping. I might do a poem, because for those of you that have been following Pete Delete for a while, I used to do a poem each day, and I'll get back to that. But at the moment, I haven't written many poems for a while. I've been building, creating. But there was one poem that came into a dream about 10 years ago. I dreamt it was like a sepia tone Mickey Mouse cartoon from Steamboat Willie days, but it was very demonic in nature, and it showed the rubber stamp man sitting at a desk, in a man, but beneath the desk was cloven hooved. So powerful dream. And the poem Rubber Stamp Man came through. I'll just do that one for you now. It goes, Rubber Stamp Man, what is your plan? What do you propose from your orderly rows? It all starts the minute I'm born. You charge my parents to fill out a form. Instruct me how to conduct my life. Charge for a license to take me a wife. The certified cost of taking a spouse, not nearly as much as building a house. A tax on our roads, a tax on our clothes, a tax on the food the taxed farmer grows. When at last we're too weary to think, you tax us on alcohol that we drink. Rubber Stamp Man, it's just as you planned, making once happy people's lives boring and bland. The land of the free, well, I'm living a lie. I pay to conform and I pay to comply. My taxes pay for your armies, your file and their rank, that die for the fuel that you tax in our tank. Rubber Stamp Man, it's the end of your plan, as the people of heart return to the land. Coming soon as a day you will not forget. Your contracts will be cancelled in writing and in triplicate. So yeah, it's, I was in the world of Rubber Stamp Man, working to pay taxes and just controlled, and I'm no longer in that world. So a big part of my waking up, actually, a lady came into my life, long story, and we'll talk about that another day, but I sat and watched a movie with her. The acting was shocking, but the storyline, it showed me what I was experiencing. I was experiencing just seeing the world differently, seeing through dimensions and synchronicities. And it was an alien world to me because I knew nothing of it. But I saw the movie Celestine Prophecy, and I've since read the book, and I saw on the movie what I was experiencing in reality, and it normalised it for me, and it really helped me in my journey. So I knew it wasn't a mental illness. I knew I was seeing what we're meant to be seeing. And then my hope in doing this video and the series of videos is to normalise these things. I'm talking to more and more young people that are having dreams, visions, they're astral travelling, leaving their bodies, as a lot of young people do, like children especially, but don't know who to talk about. The mental health system will tell them it's an illness, to medicate it. Many religions say it's the devil's work, you know, which is, what a load of bollocks that is. But so I'll just keep, as things happen in my life, I'll just talk about what's happening and hopefully normalise for others that that's happening to them. And I'm going to enjoy my lunch now. My chef friend taught me a while back to cook the perfect poached egg, and well, my life's changed forever. So I'll talk to you soon. I hope you're having a good day where you are. Bye.